Hello guys, welcome to another YouTube video and welcome to Drawing Your Comments. This is the first video of a series, so there's no comments to draw off of. But I do have my Discord friends. So, first suggestion by Mr. Timmy. It is to draw a chair. Okay, So we first make the body of the chair. It depends what chair. This is gonna be one of those fancy chairs. Not really, but it's gonna look fancy. Okay. Boom. Boom. This is really annoying to do, but it is necessary. Boom. Now we flesh out the chair, the chairness of the chair, and then gotta show the chairiness of the chairage, and then the chair goes theirs. And then we make the chair leg. So we make the chair leg. Make sure we color that in so the fill tool doesn't screw me over. Boom. And the last chair leg, well no. The third chair leg and then the fourth chair leg will have to go there. Okay, that's good, I think. Now we grab our brown and we fill bucket it. Okay, so we need to just there we go. Okay. Fill bucket the chair no. Ugh, there we go. So we fill bucket the chair brown. No, not again. Okay. There we go. Okay. There's the fill bucket tool. Now we do the shading part of the chair. So obviously, since this is down, further back, I'd say this color should go here. So we fill bucket that. And then we need a light for the top side. We also need an orange right here to blend in the top side with the rest of the chair. And we need like that, and then we need to do that. There, okay, that looks okay. So now we do a little shading around this part because that's where the thing is. So now and then the legs really need to be shaded because without shaded legs, you're just no one likes bare legs. Okay, no one likes bare legs. Okay, that's the chair. Actually, no. Going to fill in the individual gaps, and yeah, that's a chair. I don't know how else to make it look better. It's a chair. Next suggestion from Mr. Monroe Slime, the Northern Lights. Okay, we're gonna go all the way up here. If I remember correctly, the Northern Lights are and then horn, and a little bit of horn. And we're gonna make this look nice, so we'll give it a background. Just this little area gets a background. Okay, now we grab our airbrush, and then we airbrush Does that look like the Northern Lights? I don't know. We'll never know if it ever actually looked like the Northern Lights. Actually, I could pull up an image on Google. Okay, well, let me do that right now. Okay, there. It's really green. It's very, very green. And, yeah, okay, that's that. So now we grab the green and we go over that, and I don't know how to make this look nicer. Actually, I do. Where is it? Smudge. Okay, that's the best I can do. Next suggestion from Mr. Urja myself. Collect my pages. Okay. We're drawing Slender Man. He can go. He can go right here. Okay. Now we. Well, first of all, I need my normal brush back. There we go. Now we draw the bald head of Slender Man. Okay. Now he wears a fancy schmancy suit. So let's draw his neck. And then his oh wait, wrong thing. And then his little, okay, it goes like diagonally down. And then it's like that, I'd say. It looks like that. And then his tie is right there. And his tie goes like really low, like it just disappears. And do that. It just disappears like around that point. And then we do a little bit of that, and then a little bit of that. And then I cannot draw realistic hands well, so he can, oh wait, he's a little close. He doesn't deserve legs. Let's just say that. And you know what? I cannot draw hands for the life of me, so he's gonna have his hands in his pockets. He has hands in his pockets. And if he even has any, so we just cut that off. And then we draw his beautiful pants, which would go about here level. Wow, doesn't he look so friendly? I said blah. Okay, that's a pretty good tentacle. And then blah. And then blah. Who's there? And then blah. Bleep. Oh. And then a blah. Blah, 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 blah. And then he's gonna have one that was sliced off because he doesn't deserve this tentacle. And now he's sad and he's crying. He doesn't have eyes, but you can tell he's crying. There. Okay, now we color. So, like, a gray here. And let's do like a really white, like that. And we'll do like a dark, really dark color on his neck. Nope, no, I don't want to color the entire thing. Thank you, Phil Bucket Tool. Okay, there. And now we do a little bit of that. And he needs some detail on his face, so we just draw random dots. in the photo Ursha sent me, his face is like mostly in the darkness. So let's just do that. And we just fill bucket it. And then a little bit of that. And then we color that in. Right there. He's crying because he didn't collect his patches. Okay, now his suit is pretty dark, so let me look at the reference. So his tie is that, and then that's a little too blue, so no, that's still too blue, so we do a little of that. Oh wait, did I accidentally color? Yeah. Okay, I accidentally colored the outline. That's not good. Okay. We need that to stand out, so we do a slightly less dark blue. And then again, in the reference photo, it just blends in, so there. And let's just do like white as an indicator, because you can't see his tie, so we put that there, and then we grab this whitish gray again, and we color that in. I don't think he wears good pants, so it's just normal. Okay, now we color in the tentacles, cause oh, what did I? Singular pixel. Okay, there. And then we give him his flesh. He's bleeding. That's not good. Okay. I think that's him done, right? Okay, actually, now we grab normal white and do it as highlights. We grab this dark gray and use it as highlights too, because, yeah. Need to make sure you can still see where his arms are supposed to be. Boom. There he is. Slender Man. Next suggestion by Mr. Obstruction. It is Ursha working at McDonald's. Sure thing. He'll be in this corner. It's gonna be pixels. I cannot be bothered to draw a complete. He's gonna be pixels. It's okay. This is the countertop on which Ursha works. And then we will, oh yeah, I guess I'm using the square tool because, yeah, who cares if it's off-centered? Is it off-centered? It doesn't matter if it's off-centered. There's Ursha. And then we have to, so he's gonna be like this papery white. And then we have to turn off anti-analyzing for that. Okay. Now his hair is blue, so we grab a decently dark blue, and then we grab our little brush and we turn off anti-analyzing, except it didn't work, so we turn off anti-analyzing, and we draw his hair, his magnificent hair, I guess. Okay. Now his gray thing, his headband thing, he looks like Ninja kinda if he didn't get a low taper fade. And then there's his eyes, because he looks like that. And actually this face is way too square, so we're gonna his face is gone. Okay, now we do it like that, I'd say. and boom, 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 and then boom, and then boom, and then boom, and then boom, and boom, boom. There's my boy Ursha. There's his face. Color these non-colored parts. There he is. And and he normally wears like a blue cap, but since he's supposed to be working at McDonald's, we're giving him a black one. And then we have to yellow. And we will have to you have to use your imagination. That's an M. There you go. There he is. Now there's his neck. And then we do a little darker, so his neck is neck colored, and then we shade here, we shade here, we shade there. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now we need his cash register. He's a cashier, unlike like my friend cashier. I mean, Bacon King RFF. I'm never calling him. Ugh. Turn off anti-analyzing. Okay, and then a darker color, turn off anti-analyzing. Back on, and then turn it back on. There's our boy Ursha and his cash register. How I think that's all I can really do. Maybe. Okay. I have to turn off anti-analyzing again, and then I'll draw his arm like on the table, being maybe like boom. That doesn't look right. Okay. Maybe if, he's in his uniform of McDonaldness. So there, and then boom. And you can tell it's a McDonald's uniform, maybe. There it is. There's Ursula working at McDonald's. And you know what? Just to insinuate this is McDonald's. I mean McDonald's. It obviously said McDonald's. I don't know what you're talking about. We draw the M for McDonald's, but I'm hating it all. Okay, boom, there it is. It's off center. Now it's not. Boom, perfect. He's just in the corner. Well, were there any? Oh yeah, cashier said, find the allows. I'm just gonna. I don't know what how to draw a game on Roblox, so I'm just gonna draw the mascot, the mascot of it. Let me Google it. Al. Okay. Now it's just the guy with his tongue sticking out. So we draw his tongue, and then we draw his tongue, and then his very happy face. And then we draw his little lines on the side of his mouth. And then we grab his big bulging eyes. And then they have to look slightly closer. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then we weep, and then we weep, and then we weep. And we weep, and then he looks creepy until I do that. Until I do that. And then his papery white eyes. And then, okay. And then his body is just a circle. So that's bad. Okay, that's good. Okay, now we color him in. He's yellow. So just color him yellow. This yellow. This yellow is a good yellow. So we shade him in. Obviously shade under the tongue because his tongue's sticking out, which means there has to be shadow under it. Except in the photo, there isn't any. So we just do a little swoop. And that's all we can do. And then we use hot pink here. And then we use the darker pink on his majestic tongue. And then we color, and then we shade, and then we dye. There he is. Is that what he looks like? It kind of is. So yeah, I think that's pretty good for now. Let's see. Was there any one else that I missed? I don't think so. So, I suppose that's the end of this YouTube video. If you want to make a suggestion, you should do it in the comments below. Below. You should comment below. And that's the end of this YouTube video. Like, subscribe. Goodbye.